BCCI selectors in Anurag Thakur, in fact, is now speaking on the team selection as far as the tour of Sri Lanka is concerned. Let's quickly listen in.
Varun Aaron and Amit Mishra.
Please raise your hand.
So the house is open.
Please raise your hand.
Chairman is here to answer your questions.
Amitoj.
Any particular reason why Karan has been omitted, and also can you talk about certain in particular the strategy that we've gone with regarding our bowling? Do we want to go with all pace attack, something that MS Dhoni referred to in Bangladesh about how it's all about control and not so much about pace? So what is the thinking out here?
Well, I'll start with morning friends. I'll start with Karan Sharma. The policy which selectors have followed all these last 3 years is we always have the fitness report prior to selection committee meeting, and Karan Sharma is still not recovered from his injury. Same with Mohammad Shami. So these two gentlemen were not discussed because of the injury. And regarding the combination of the bowlers, I'm not talking about what Mahendra Singh Dhoni has said, but we always try to get the balance and the wickets in Sri Lanka. I think this is the best possible combination in our bowling department. We all selectors felt that we can go ahead with.
As we said that, as we have seen that there in Sri Lanka, pitches are more helpful for spinners. So, was that in your mind? And two experienced spinners have been selected for the this squad.
Yeah, surely we are first of all very happy that Harbhajan has come strong, and as I repeatedly said that it's our job to represent each and every domestic player who plays and performs, but ultimately it comes to that particular tour and looking at the fitness and current form, then we go into the final selection of picking these 15, and we all selectors are very happy the way Harbhajan has come back, and now we want that the spin attack which consists of Harbhajan, Ashwin and Amit Mishra to deliver.
And Amit Mishra probably has come into team squad after 4 years. So you have been selected for last 2-3 years. So was there any particular reason he was not in the scheme of the things, or?
Well, Amit Mishra was always in scheme of the things, and if you remember, even last year he was in reserves. The final authority or final decision of picking 11 is always left to the team management and captain. Our job is to give them a right combination of 15 players. Why A was not played and why B was picked, it is not what we get into. So Amit Mishra was always been part of our thinking, and now looking at the conditions, we have picked him for this Sri Lanka tour.
Kushan.
My question is, since Virat has always said that he wants 5 bowlers because that's the way it's important to take 20 bowlers. Do you think the kind of batting that has been displayed by Ridhiman Saha is good at number 6? Because if you are playing 5 bowlers, then Saha effectively comes at number 6, which means he probably might be taking the second over. Does he have the technique and variability?
Well, does he have the technique or no? The time will tell. We have backed him looking at his performance in domestic cricket, the kind of experience he carries. You immediately cannot replace someone like Dhoni and come in and deliver the results. But we certainly feel that Ridhiman Saha is the right option at this stage, and looking at his ability in batting as well, he should strike a good balance.
Chetan.
We'll go with the same setup what we had in the last few months till we decide on the permanent coach. As I said earlier, the Cricket Advisory Committee will meet soon to shortlist the name and finalize and recommend it to the BCCI.
Yes, Pragyan Bojha, he was discussed, but ultimately only 15 can go. So, looking at, again, coming to the wickets in Sri Lanka and their performance against leg spinners, we, gave preference to Amit Mishra.
Atit.
One question to Anurag and then to Mr. Patil. Anurag, this was a selection for a test series, but was the series lost, the one-day series lost versus Bangladesh was also discussed in this meeting? And secondly, to Mr. Patil, were you actually disappointed with the comments made by Mr. Dhoni about the bowlers?
Well, captain has all the right to make a comment. We have, no objection to that. It is up to BCCI to react to that. MS Dhoni is our, one of the best leaders we have seen, and he has all the right to make a comment regarding bowlers, because he is also concerned, like you said, whether we discussed the performance of Bangladesh and Zimbabwe. We did discuss Bangladesh and in today's meeting Zimbabwe performance also, because on both the tours my co-selectors had been on the tour, so they also give our feedback. Prior to we start selection meeting, we always hear the selectors who are on the tour. So it is not that we just sit and select the team. We always discuss what was the reason for particular department not doing well, and after discussing, after hearing them, then we take a call.
Question from
I think Sandy has already answered your question, but I would like to add not only the performance of the players, what we discuss, we also discuss about the fitness of the players. And BCCI, as I said earlier, is very, very keen for a system where anyone who is selected for the team India should qualify, there should be a benchmark, they should be fully fit, and there should be certain standards. And NCA will play a very, very important role, not only for the Team India, but for the India A sides as well as for the under-19 players. Once they are in the reckoning and they want to play for Team India, they should know what standards we are looking at and they should qualify according to that.
मेरा सवाल संदीप पाटिल से। संदीप, टीम में अभी अनुभव की काफी कमी है क्योंकि धोनी ने भी छोड़ दिया और पहले भी काफी सीनियर खिलाड़ी रिटायर हो चुके हैं। क्या गौतम गंभीर पर डिस्कशन हुआ आज?
नहीं, he was not discussed.
रवीश।
सर, मैं पूछना चाहता हूं कि वनडे सीरीज हुई जिम्बाब्वे में, ठीक ठाक रही। T20 का हम एक क्लास मैच हार गए, तो जो सेलेक्टर्स हासिल करना चाहते थे उस दौरे में बहुत सारे पुराने खिलाड़ियों को याद भी किया गया था, वो हासिल हुआ या नहीं हुआ?
I think we are very happy. The kind of performance Indian team delivered on Zimbabwe tour, especially because if you look at the team, it was quite young team. Ajinkya Rahane leading for the first time, except for Harbhajan Singh, which I said earlier that he's come good. He's strike his form back, and we will support. We'll go on supporting players, not looking at their age, but looking at their form and fitness. Like our secretary said, that it is not only the form which is important, the fitness is equally important, and whether that particular player fits in the combination, and what the team management and the captain feels about that particular player.
Last few questions.
संदीप सर से मैं पूछना चाहूंगा सर, कैप्टन चेंज होने से सर जो टीम कॉम्बिनेशन होता है उस पर कितना ज्यादा फर्क पड़ता है? क्योंकि जब MS धोनी थे, कुछ 3-4 प्लेयर्स थे जो अब लगातार, चाहे बांग्लादेश की बात करें, चाहे श्रीलंका दौरे पे बात करें, वो नजर नहीं आ रहे। चाहे सुरेश रैना हो, रविंद्र जडेजा हो, विराट के आने के बाद से हमें देख रहे हैं कि कुछ और प्लेयर्स आ रहे हैं जो काफी टाइम से टीम के कॉम्बिनेशन में नहीं थे। तो उसका कितना इफेक्ट पड़ता है जब कैप्टन चेंज होता है टीम पर? तो
कप्तान चेंज होने के बाद इफेक्ट तो होगा ही, क्योंकि हर एक का तरीका, नजरिया अलग अलग होता है, देखने का, खिलाने का, लीड करने का। कोई ऑफेंसिव होता है, कोई डिफेंसिव होता है। मैं ये नहीं कहना चाहता कि कौन ऑफेंसिव ज्यादा है या डिफेंसिव ज्यादा है, बट जैसा कप्तान होता है ऐसा वो पीरियड चलता है। हमने देखा है कि जब धोनी कप्तान थे हमारे टेस्ट टीम के, बहुत ही अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस इंडियन टीम का और इंडियन प्लेयर्स का रहा है, और हम उम्मीद रखते हैं और उम्मीद करते हैं कि विराट जो अभी उनकी नई शुरुआत है, तो आज ये बोलना ठीक नहीं होगा। मुझे नहीं लगता कि ये सही होगा कि आगे क्या होगा। नया कप्तान है, नई टीम है। जब सचिन तेंदुलकर, राहुल द्रविड़, दादा, ये सारे VVS लक्ष्मण ये थे, उन जाने के बाद ऐसा लगा था कि हमें ये मिलेगा नहीं दूसरा प्लेयर, लेकिन लकीली वी गॉट रिप्लेसमेंट्स, इमीडिएट रिप्लेसमेंट। सो ये तो चलता रहेगा, एंड हमारा काम, हमारा जॉब यही है कि बैक करना, जो टैलेंट, अच्छा टैलेंट हो उसे बैक करना।
बस अनुराग सर से एक चीज जानना चाहूंगा,
अगले को आने दो, आपका क्वेश्चन
छोटा सा एक सिर्फ एक, कि अब यहाँ से 6 महीने बाद T20 वर्ल्ड कप है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है इंडियन टीम के लिए, और आप लोगों ने प्रिपरेशन शुरू कर दी है, तो कितना एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, मतलब एक बड़ा टूर्नामेंट है आपके उसमें?
वी डिस्कस दैट आल्सो टुडे।
हाँ जी, तो वही पूछना चाहूंगा सर से।
जहाँ तक टीम सिलेक्शन की बात है, भविष्य की टीम क्या हो, 2016 में कौन खेलेंगे, उस पर सिलेक्शन कमेटी ने चर्चा की है। लेकिन जहाँ तक 2016 वर्ल्ड कप भारत में करने की बात है, 8 वेन्यूज हमने डिसाइड कर दिए हैं। उसकी पहली ऑर्गेनाइजिंग कमेटी की मीटिंग 7 अगस्त से पहली होनी संभव है, ताकि उस पर चर्चा की जाए कि क्या नए बदलाव हम उन स्थानों पर लाएं। मान लीजिए कोई डिसेबल्ड है, उसको स्टेडियम में आना है, तो उसके लिए कौन से स्थान को चिन्हित किया जाए। टॉयलेट्स साफ सुथरे और अच्छे और बड़े कैसे हों, पानी की सुविधा कैसे हो, फायर फाइटिंग सिस्टम से एम्बुलेंसेस से लेकर दर्शक की दृष्टि से 2016 का विश्व कप महत्वपूर्ण कैसे हो, यादगारी कैसे हो, उसके ऊपर हम बहुत काम करने वाले हैं।
थैंक यू।
Just a question on Ravi Shastri. He missed the last tour. When is he expected to join up with the team for the Sri Lanka?
He will join once the team depart for the Sri Lanka Tour. He has applied for the leave for the Zimbabwe tour much before, about 3 months back. So I think he'll be joining soon.
Secretary has to leave for the parliament, so I would just take last 2-3 questions. Karishma, Jassi ji, and this last question. That's it. Thank you.
deliberating over the suggestion of MS Dhoni and Rahul Dravid running the team? Is that an option that the BCCI?
I thought the question will be restrained till selection only, and we'll talk about the selection process, team and all. But since you have raised these questions, first of all, the teams are not terminated, they're suspended. And we have formed a working group who will look into the various details, speak to various stakeholders, what step BCCI should take to run a successful IPL season 9. At the same time, speak to various stakeholders, what steps should we take so that there should not be any conflict of interest.
Question from this.
Secretary just want to update myself. Who is given medical clearance certificate to the police? Who is the doctor in the NCA? Who is giving certificate to clear? He is a fit or he is not fit?
We have our set of physio trainers with us, so they give the certificates.
Question from there. This is the last question. Secretary has to leave for the parliament, please.
We have always carried a reserve keeper for our government school. You have selected illness for this. So what's the
Yeah, we have standby wicketkeeper we have nominated.
So the 15-member squad for the Sri Lankan Test Tour for India has now been announced. Let me quickly cut across to consulting sports editor Boria Majumdar, and my colleague Shivani Gupta is joining me from the newsroom. Boria, coming to you first. What are your thoughts on this 15, those who have been picked? Ravindra Jadeja has not been included in this side, and Riddhiman Saha, of course, will have big task ahead of him to fit in Dhoni's shoes.
Yes, and Riddhiman Saha has been around for a while, Ankit. I mean, he needs to come good because he's been around with this team for a while. Multiple opportunities have come his way, but unfortunately, Riddhiman has not taken them. Even in Australia, he got a major opportunity coming his way, did not grasp them. The Adelaide Test match should have been won. Ravindra Jadeja, expected selection. Most of these players picked themselves because it is a settled Test team. One would want some kind of overseas success because India has been starving over the last 4 years. From 2011, we have won nothing overseas practically. Multiple losses in England, multiple losses in Australia, and Sri Lanka is a good side. I mean, Kumar Sangakkara will want to bid farewell to international cricket with a high. So in that sense, it's going to be a tough tour. Having said that, it's important that this team comes good and delivers some good overseas performances under new skipper Virat Kohli, who did promise quite a bit in Australia, but finally it's time to deliver.
Shivani, picking up from what Boria was saying, it's a big task for this young team to, of course, go out and perform in Sri Lanka. Sri Lankans have always been very tough, especially at their home turf. A new team, not much experience. How is that going to affect the combination?
No, you're right. It is, a relatively new team, relatively less experienced. But actually, if you look at it, a lot of them have been around for some time. So, apart from the fact, look at the fact that Amit Mishra is coming back into the team. Now, he's, been around for so long. So, the bowling, as far as the spin department is concerned, is bolstered with Harbhajan Singh cementing his place, and now Amit Mishra coming back. And it's the pace department that is perhaps the youngest as far as the all departments are concerned. Varun Aaron, Umesh Yadav's consistency and fitness is always under question. Ishant Sharma, his consistency, although he has done well over the last few months. As far as the batting is concerned, this is the batting that we have been playing with for the last couple of years. And at the top, Shikhar, Vijay, and then KL Rahul, who couldn't play in Bangladesh, is now finally going to get a chance. It will be interesting to see who gets the spot in the playing 11. Is it going to be Cheteshwar Pujara or is it going to be KL Rahul? My guess would be that because KL Rahul had a fantastic 100 in his last match, he will get the nod ahead of Cheteshwar Pujara.
Boya, word about Virat Kohli as the captain. It just seems that there is a lot of stamp of what the captain is comfortable with in this new side. He is trying to build a team of players that he is comfortable with. How do you see this panning out in Sri Lanka?
And that is absolutely right. Because, ultimately the captain is going to be blamed. The captain will take the flak and the credit. Because it's Virat Kohli's team. Ankit, before I sort of answer this question directly, what do we mean by young? This whole young team logic has been around for a while. Umesh Yadav played in the Australia series in 2011. Varun Aaron has been around for 5 years. Who is young? You've been playing international cricket for 5 years now. Several people have been around. Cheteshwar Pujara played in the Australia series in 2010. Virat Kohli from 2010 played the 2011 World Cup. Take a look at the Australian team under Michael Clarke. Several people retired. They are now the world's #1 team. If that is not a young team, look, this young argument does not cut the ice with me because you've got to perform. Look at Australia. Stephen Smith, do you call him young? No. Chris Rogers, by age, he's 36, 37, played only 22 test matches. No one's calling him young. Take a look, David Warner, around from the same time as Pujara and people have been. So it's a very similar setup in India. Coming to your Virat Kohli question, we've got to invest in Virat Kohli as captain. We've got to believe in him because he's a stellar performer. But it is time to deliver because this young team argument, we are learning the ropes of international cricket, is not going to cut any ice with me because this team has been around for 5 years now.
Shivani, take us through the strengths and the weaknesses that you think that this team may face when they tour Sri Lanka. They are going to be a tough side to beat at home.
That's right. Before that, if I can just also mention, Ankit, in the course of this press conference, Dhoni's comment after the Bangladesh tour was also brought up. Now remember, Dhoni, who has relinquished his test captaincy and has in fact quit the format, had said that we have to decide whether we want bowlers who are quick or bowlers who are consistent. That seems to be a bit of a jibe, against some of the bowlers that Virat Kohli insists on. So there is the difference in the captaincy style. Virat Kohli likes to rely on his quicks. He likes to have pace in his battery, and therefore Varun Aaron and Umesh Yadav find consistent spots in the teams that he's taking for test series, and that is going to be the crux really when we face Sri Lanka, whether our pace bowlers come good. We have a lot of experience in our spin department. There are a lot of left-handed batsmen in the Sri Lankan batting lineup, so both Ashwin and Harbhajan are going to be crucial in that regard. Amit Mishra has a wealth of experience. He's done well across formats, although some would have debated maybe in the test format Pragyan Ojha was a better choice. But regardless of that, there's a lot of experience. Virat Kohli has talked about positive attitude in test cricket, about going for the wins and not being passive, perhaps as against to what Dhoni used to display. So we should expect them going for the win. We should expect them to try and dominate the team.
All right, thank you so much, Boria and Shivani, for joining us here on this team selection for Team India for their tour of Sri Lanka. Aggressive approach is expected, and as Boria said, we'll have to wait and see. It's time to deliver. We have seen a lot of promise. Now it has to come good on the ground.